Hey everyone, welcome to a new lecture on how you can use artificial intelligence to create a website. And today we are going to talk in detail about mailing lists, subscription forms, and email marketing. And Hookus allows you to create a mailing list and to contact people on that mailing list using email marketing. So I'll show you how it's all done. I've touched upon it, but I'll go into details in this lecture. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to go down to the subscription widget. And over here, we are going to go do widget properties. As you can see, you have the subscription form over here. The form is called subscription form. You can change the name. You can call it subscription form instead of subscribe form. We can change the description text. Subscribe to learn more. That is what we are adding to the description text. And down below, we have the subscribe button, and we have to select which mailing list to save the customers or consumers information to. Now, I have imported a mailing list. I've created two mailing lists over here. One is called new mailing list, one is called XYZ. But I'm going to create a new mailing list and show you how it's done. And when people click on subscribe, they're shown a particular message, which is you have been subscribed. So this is the message they are shown. And to you have been subscribed, I like thank you. It's always good to thank people for subscribing to your mailing list. So we have made necessary changes. Now I'll go back to the editor and go back to properties again. And now what we are going to do is we are going to create a new mailing list. So I'm going to go to the search bar and type in new. And I'm going to select new mailing list. Or I'm going to select and unfortunately, I have actually named the mailing list new mailing list. So let's type something else and not as. And as you can see, we have this option over here to create a new mailing list. That is what I was searching for. To create a new mailing list that has some particular name. Let's assign a name to this. Most recent mailing list. That is what we are going to call this. So click on create new mailing list. Now, as you can see over here, you can give the mailing list a name, and the name is going to be most recent mailing list. That is what the name is going to be. And as you can see over here, you have some mailing lists which I have already created. You have new mailing list which has two contacts, and you have this mailing list called XYZ which has one contact. But what I'm going to do is I'm creating a new mailing list essentially for your benefit. I'm not going to import or add any of the contact informations that I have in this XYZ mailing list and all contact and new mailing list to this most recent mailing list that I'm making right now. So the mailing list is called most recent mailing list. Now I'm going to add some contacts manually. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a fictional email address to this mailing list. Let's call it QUET@gmail.com. And this is just for demonstration purposes. Click on save. And I've added a new contact to this particular mailing list. Now we can also import contacts, import emails which we already have stored in a mailing list on our computer from some other service, etc. So click on import mailing list. And over here, I have this mailing list called all contacts, which is again a fictional mailing list. And I click on open, I select the mailing list and click on open. And as you can see, an email address has been imported. And this is the email address that has been imported. It's a random fictional email address. And we can remove email addresses using the remove button. And you can select email addresses. You can select all the email addresses by clicking on the square beside it. So as you can see, now we have a mailing list. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to go down and click on Save Changes. And we have a new meaning list over here called most recent meaning list. Now let's download this Excel file and take a look at if the email addresses have been saved to this mailing list. And as you can see, I added this new email address called quet@gmail.com, and I had imported another email address called AND or whatever it's called, and both have been added to this mailing list called most recent mailing list. Now I'm going to go back to Hookush, and as you can see over here, you have this option to create a new mailing list if you want to. So if you want to, you can create a new mailing list. And now we are going to go back to the editor, or rather to the properties window. Let's go back to the editor. And now we are going to go back to the subscribe widget again, and you're going to click on the subscribe widget, and we are going to go to properties again. And as you can see over here, you have this option for selecting the mailing list to save emails to. So you have the subscribe button, and beside it, you have the option for selecting the mailing list to save emails to. And I'm going to select the mailing list, most recent mailing list. So new emails for subscribers, so when people subscribe, their email addresses will be saved to this most recent mailing list. And I'm going to click on save. Now let's go to the website and let's test out the subscription functionality. I'm going to go down to the subscription form and enter an email address. Let's say it's called cat or carve@gmail.com, and I'm going to click on subscribe. And as you can see over here, a message is being shown. Thank you for your subscription. You have been subscribed. Thank you. And then the message that we created is being shown to subscribers. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the subscription form, go to properties again, and then I'm going to click on most recent mailing list. Or let's take a look at the option for creating a mailing list, create new mailing list. And now we can select most recent mailing list, or we can take a look at the mailing lists we already have. Back to list. And after clicking on back to lists, we have these mailing lists over here, and I'm going to download the Excel file for the most recent mailing list. And I'm going to take a look at the Excel file to see if the subscriber's email address has been added. As you can see, card.gmail.com, that's the new subscriber. So the subscriber's email address has been added to the mailing list, which is called most recent mailing list. And how did I get here? Well, let's go back to dashboard. Let's show this to you again. Let's go to edit website, or we can take a look at marketing over here. That is another way to do this. You can easily access your mailing list. Click on marketing, and over here, as you can see, under marketing, you have the mailing lists option. And once you click on the mailing lists, you can take a look at all the mailing lists you have. We have most recent mailing list, which I just created for your benefit. Then we have the other mailing list, which I had created before, new mailing list XYZ. And click on this most recent mailing lists. And you can download the XLS, you can edit, and you can delete mailing list too if you want to. So I'm going to click on XYZ and delete it. I'm going to click on new mailing list and remove it. And I'm going to click on all contacts and remove it because I don't need these mailing lists. So mailing list we need as most recent mailing list, and that will store all the email addresses that we need. Again, go to dashboard, go to the left panel, click on marketing, click on mailing lists and you can access your mailing list in that way. And then click on campaigns right below mailing list. And you can create an email campaign. What I'm going to do is click on edit over here. And this has taken me to a new campaign. Now, if you look on the left-hand side over here, you can edit this campaign and you can add stuff to this campaign. You can add a header. Let's add a header. Let's select the style of header. Let's click on the first option. And a header has been added. Then we are going to click on a banner option over here. We are going to add a banner. And a banner has been added. We can edit the title. We can edit the picture. Let's call it New Shoes. That is the name of the campaign. And we can edit the picture by clicking on the image button. And then you can add a About Us section. There are a few templates. Click on first template for the lack of a better option. And you can edit the About Us section. We sell shoes. That is what the About Us section is all about. And you can name this section About Us. And then you can add text to the body of the email that you'll be sending. So the title will be Welcome to Shoesy. Let's call it Shoesy. And you can edit the text over here by clicking on the text or double clicking on the text, whichever you want. You can add an image and you can select the template that you want to use. Let's add 2 images. And it's adding, I guess, some artificial intelligence created images or some stock images. As you can see, it's about shoes. So they have added some stock images. And you can move up and down using these 2 buttons. You can move this part of the email up or you can move this part of the email down using these 2 buttons, and you can trash this particular widget or you can duplicate it. And then you can add featured items, you can add coupons, services, blog list, all of this. Now, I'll let you play around with this when you're actually building a website. Click on next step. And as you can see, we have been taken to a senders and recipients window. We're going to change the campaign name and call it New Shoes. We are going to change the email subject and call it Shoes. The dates are given over here and the business name is Kids Shoesy. And as you can see, you have to provide a reply to email, hopefully a business email or preferably a business email. I've just added a fictional email over here and people can reply to this particular email and ask about the campaign. And then you have to select the email list to which you want to send your campaign. So the email list we created is called Most Recent Mailing List, and I've selected this. And as you can see, the email list is over here. It has 3 emails, all fictional, and you can send your marketing campaign to these email addresses. And we got to these email addresses by selecting the mailing list that we have created for subscribers. Now click on Save Changes. And as you can see, you have the campaign over here. Now click on Edit again. Go back to the senders and recipients page. You can send a test email or you can start the campaign. And if you click on Start Campaign, then an email, a marketing email with your offering or your new shoes or about your new shoes rather will be sent to your subscribers, and then they can reply to the xyz@gmail.com address if they want to contact you. So click on Save Changes again. And you're back to the campaign dashboard. And as you can see over here, you've selected a date for when it was created and when it will be published and it will be published at this particular day and time. And selected that particular time to publish, or you decided on this particular time to publish, and you provided the date to focus, and you can change the date by clicking on the date and deciding on the new date. So let's send it on 29th August, and you can select the time. You can send it at 3 p.m. over here. Change the date and the time, and the campaign will begin at this particular date and at this particular time. So that is more or less what you can do in terms of creating an email campaign and sending marketing information to your subscribers. You can select a day, you can select a time when the email should be sent. You can create a nice campaign in the editor, and that's what you can do in terms of creating a mailing list and then using the mailing list to mail marketing information or mail information about new products, new offerings, new discounts, anything you want to send information about. Or you can use artificial intelligence to create awesome looking websites. Now, we have created the website, but as you can see over here, the website now has an address called https elijah5965.focus.com. This was assigned to this particular project arbitrarily. What you have to do right now is you need a custom domain for your website, which differentiates your website from everyone else's and which speaks about, or rather, the name should be such, the domain name should be such that it gives an indication about what your website is all about. So for that, we are going to click on Use Custom Domain. Now, as you can see, there are two options over here on the left-hand side. You can buy a domain, you can connect an existing domain. What we are going to do right now is we're going to click on Connect Existing Domain. Now, as you can see over here, there's a search bar of sorts over here, a form, and in this form, you have to enter your custom domain, which you may have bought somewhere else from some other website hosting service or something of that sort. Now, the domain can be google.com. As you can see, anything that follows the www dot is known as the domain. So www dot is not part of the domain. After that, you may have google.com or you may have xyz.com. In this case, our website is named kidsshoesy.com. So if we already have bought a domain somewhere, we can use that domain over here. Now, once you have entered the domain name, click on Connect, and your website that you have developed using Hookus will be renamed accordingly. You can also buy a domain if you do not have a domain name already. So what you need to do is you need to search for a domain name to check if it's available. And the domain name we are searching for is kidsshoesy.com, hopefully. And as you can see, kidsshoesy.com is available. You also have kidsshoesy.net, kidsshoesy.org, kidsshoesy.shopping. What we need, though, is a .com domain name. And the reason for that is people trust .com. If your website is named .net, or even .charity, .sale, .boutique, etc., all options over here, then your website may not appear legit. So you should do some research and try to come up with a website name or a service name that is unique so that you can get the .com domain. And once you see that the .com domain is available, without any further delay or hesitation, go ahead and select that domain. Now over here, to get the domain, to buy the domain, you'll have to pay $15 per year. So you basically need to upgrade your account and pay $15 per year so that you have the domain name and you get some email addresses associated with that domain name. So click on buy And as you can see over here, you have a monthly plan and you have an annual plan. For the annual plan, 2 months is free. So you can get a custom domain name using this plan and you can develop unlimited websites. You get access to 6,000 stock images, more AI content, all of this. So I leave it up to you what you choose to do, to buy a domain somewhere else or buy a domain from Focus, a custom domain from Focus, by subscribing to the unlimited plan. That's all for this lecture. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. It's artificial intelligence to create a website, build a website, design a website. And in this last lecture, I'm going to talk about how you can add some features or apps to your website. I'm also going to talk about how you can publish the website. And that is what I'm going to do right now. So you might be wondering, how do we publish this website? Well, the good news is the website has already been published and you did not need to do anything other than answering all those questions that you answered in the first step. So the artificial intelligence engine asked you a few questions about your business, about what sort of website you wanted, and you answered those questions, and the artificial intelligence engine created the website for you using pre-existing templates and incorporating whatever particular needs you mentioned to the artificial intelligence engine. And as soon as this website was created in response to all the answers you provided to artificial intelligence, the website was published. Now, since it was published, we have made a lot of changes. We have edited some stuff, we have added some stuff, we have deleted some stuff. And you might be wondering, do I need to publish it again so that the website reflects the changes I've made, the customization I've made? Good news is you don't need to publish it again. Whatever changes you made is auto-saved and auto-updated. So you make changes, Focus updates those changes, updates the website accordingly, and the website is then reflective of the changes that you have made. So right now, as you can see, the website is called https elijah5965.com. I'm highlighting the web address, the URL over here. And it's so because I haven't bought a custom domain for this particular project, because this, again, is a demo project. And I've not even transferred my domain name so that Focus could attach it to this project. So right now, if I were to search for Elijah5965 in Google, then Google would take me to this particular website. Which website? I'm going to click on View Website. And if I was to search for this particular URL, I'm highlighting the URL in the search bar, in Chrome's search bar. If I was to paste this in Google or in Chrome's search bar, it would take me to this website that you can see right over here. And like I said, whatever changes you make, additions, deletions, editing, it's reflected automatically on the final website that people will interface with. So you don't need to save anything using clicking some button. You don't need to update anything by clicking some button. Focus does this automatically. Now I'm going to copy this particular address and I'll show you at the end of the video that you can find this website by searching for this address on Google. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how you can add some apps to your website. So I'll go to Edit Website again. And from there, what you need to do is you need to click on Back to Dashboard. Click on Yes, Sure. And it will take you to this dashboard. So I'm going to delete one of the web pages over here. And as you can see down here, you have some apps that Focus is suggesting. So you can deactivate the store, you can activate testimonials, you can activate booking, you can activate a blog. Let's say we want a blog on the website. We want some articles about shoes, about the journey of establishing this particular company or brand or product, and we want to share that with our consumers so that consumers can form some sort of personal bond with the products. So I'm going to click on Activate Blog. And blog has been activated. So I'm going to go to the editor again and I'll show you how the blog looks. Now, as you can see right on top, you have a blog over here. Now, right now, as you can see, there are some posts, some artificial intelligence generated posts on this blog. And these posts are these posts were basically generated by artificial intelligence, and they are unpublished. So what I can do is I can click on these posts. I can then click on drafts over here in the pink box above which my cursor is hovering and click on published. And this post is published. Now I'll click on blog again. As you can see, you have a few posts over here, and I'm going to publish all of them. Just by clicking on the slider, I'll publish all of them. And if you want to add new posts, just click on the new post button. And this will ask you if you want to add a post about food, travel, health, fitness, fashion, lifestyle, photography, personal, DIY, parenting, music. So there are a lot of categories, and you can generate posts with AI too. I'll not show you how to generate with AI. It's very easy. You give artificial intelligence a prompt, and artificial intelligence will create a post. So kids' shoes that come in multiple colors. I want a blog post about this, and I'm going to click on title of the blog post. This again is recommended by artificial intelligence. The titles were recommended by artificial intelligence. I'm going to choose the topic. And the topic is light and supportive material. Again, it was generated by artificial intelligence. It's asking me to choose 4 topics, and I'm going to generate a blog post by clicking on generate blog post. So it's quite simple. Just follow the instructions. Artificial intelligence will do the rest for you. And now we have an artificial intelligence generated blog post right over here. And we can edit this. To edit this, just click on the blog post or double click on it and then change it. And you can add new widgets. You can make it look nice. You can rearrange the widgets just as we did with the website. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Home. And Home is loading right now. So I'm going to go to blog again. And let's see. And you have a new blog post, kid-friendly footwear fun. I'm going to publish this. And right here, as you can see, if you click on blog, let's click on home. If you're going to click on blog, over here you have a call to action. So you can subscribe and you can change this call to action. You can delete this. I'm going to delete it, and there's a subscribe button, and people will enter their email here, and you can make certain that subscribers are added to the mailing list using the method I showed you by attaching links or navigational stuff to buttons. For instance, if you click a button, it will take you somewhere, and I already showed you that. And over here, as you can see, this is the blogger. You can change the picture over here. By clicking on the image symbol, you can change the name, make it Noora, Nu instead of Noora. And you can add social media links right over here. You can add Twitter links. Click on the link button. And as you can see, you can add Twitter links, whatever your Twitter handle is, Shoesy or whatever. And you can add social media links to your blog. And let's see how the website looks, whether the changes made in the website are automatically being updated. And I'll click on blog. And as you can see over here, you have all the blog posts and you have this kid-friendly footwear blog post that was generated by AI just now. This blog post was generated by AI. If you click on read more, it'll show you the entire blog post. It was entirely generated by artificial intelligence. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate testimonials because testimonials are always good. People want to buy stuff that have been endorsed by others, that have been validated by others. We go on Amazon and we buy stuff that have 4.5 to 5 ratings. No one buys stuff that has a 2.5 rating. So if someone has already used it, if a celebrity is endorsing it, especially, people are more likely to buy the stuff. And I'm going to deactivate the store. I'm going to deactivate the store. And let's go to view website again and see if the store has been deactivated. As you can see, you no longer have the store being displayed over here. I'm going to activate it again and go to the website again. And now you have the store over here again. So changes are being updated in real time. And I'll go to edit website again and I'm going to show you how you can change the layout, the look of the blog. And it's quite simple. It will not take much time. So I'll click on the blog right over here. And as you can see right now, you have testimonials over here too. You have the testimonials page, your home page, about us, contact us under all pages. But I'm going to click on blog. And you have the articles. I'm going to click on blog over here. And it's taking me to the all pages list where you can find everything. So I'm going to go to blog settings now. And under blog settings, you have all these options. You can put it on the right. Let's see how it looks on the right. So it was on the left. Now the subscribe, all of these buttons are on the right. Let's click on blog settings again. And you can change the look of the blog. You have simple, masonry, slider, mix. I'm going to select slider and click on this particular layout, the first layout. And I'm doing this at random. I leave it up to you to choose which sort of layout you want if you're actually thinking about including a blog in your website or starting a blog. And you can display blog categories, you can display date, you can deactivate date, author name, post summary, likes and views, reading time. You can do all of that. Click on Save Changes, and I did this by going to blog settings. And as you can see over here, is displaying reading time. My cursor is right over the reading time information, displaying date. You can change the date by clicking on it, and a calendar is being displayed. So select a random date. You can change the name of the author. You can add a new author over here. So the new author can fill out a first name, last name, position, biography, and some images, etc. So you can make all these changes to the blog. And if you're just starting a blog, you can tell Focus to make a blog for you. And in that case, the editing stuff you're doing over here will be the same. So a blog will be created automatically and you'll have to make the necessary changes. So like I said, you have added testimonials right over here. And you have the testimonials page. Let's click on it. And as you can see, some testimonials are being displayed right over here. And you have added the blog and you can change the blog settings and make it look good. Go back to home. And to add a new post, what you need to do is you need to click on Add New Post, like I said before. Now, that's about it. Let's go to the website now. And let's see how the blog looks after the changes in formatting and layout that I made in the editor. And you can see all the blog posts are being displayed right over here. And there's a call to action. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google. And remember, I copied the URL for the website. So I'm going to paste this URL. And let's click on enter. And it's directly taking me to the website. So this website has been published already. And if you want, you can add custom domains, all of that, and make the website look professional. So best of luck. I hope you can build a great website for your business or for your personal needs or for your blogs, etc. And this is how you easily build a website. Thank you so much. That's all for this lecture.